Okay, now there is another kind, that's quantitative adjective. All these words are self-explanatory, but the important thing is that we are supposed to ponder over all these words in a fruitful manner, that automatically and spontaneously meaning of all these words will come to us and we'll be able to understand them properly. Now see what it actually means. It means how much a thing is, whether it is less or it is more. Okay, for example, there are few words which are categorized as quantitative adjective, like much is there, little, no, more, much, little, more. There are many words which are categorized as the quantitative adjective. For example, there is some, any, enough. Enough. Okay? All these words are acting as the quantitative adjective. Okay? For example, I write a sentence like this. There is little water in the bucket. There is little water in the bucket. Now we have to see. Actually, now we have to see the syntactical structure of the sentence. This is the syntactical structure of the sentence, that is the proper sensical arrangement of the words in the sentence. And now we have to analyze this very sentence on the basis of parts of speech. And afterwards we have to point out the word which is supposed to be adjective, and especially the adjective of quantity. I mean, say quantitative adjective we have to locate in this very sentence first. See, this is there. So it's pronoun per place. Okay. And now this is verb, and this is noun, and this is preposition, and this is article, and it is definite article. Okay, this is noun. Okay. Now see, we have to see this word, we have to see what it actually is. Okay, now see, little water. Water, now, water but in little quantities, quantitative adjective. So water is being qualified by this very word. Okay. But here the qualification is having negative connotations. It's having, diminishing quality. Okay, actually it is, giving the quality of, in nutshell we can say that actually this very word is adding the quality of quantity to this very word. The quantity is less. It could have been more. This word. Now see, this is little. Okay, this water. So water but later. So this is the fruitful and sensical combination. Okay, the little is making a sensical combination with this very word. Okay, and this word is noun. So this is adding the quality of quantity to this very word. Of course, the quantity is less, but yet it's adding this very quality to this very word. And since this very word is noun, so it will be adjective. This thing we have to clarify first. So this word is adjective first. And secondly, since it is adding the quality of quantity to this very word, so it will be categorized as quantitative adjective. So quantitative adjective is a word which is actually adding the quality of quantity to the noun. Okay, it is adding, it is saying that how much water is there, how much of water is there in the bucket. Okay, how much quantity, less or more, but quantity. So this word, this quantitative adjective is having concern with the quantity. Sometimes the quantity can be less, sometimes the quantity can be more, but it's having a strong concern with the quantity. How much of that very quantity is there? Okay, here the quantity is less. Okay, it could have been more as well. In the lesser form or in the more form, it is in both the two cases, it is actually adding the quality of quantity. Okay, so this word little will be categorized as the quantitative adjective. Okay, for example, I write another sentence like this: there is some rice in the plate. Now see this very sentence. Here, some rice. This is the fruitful combination of these very two words for the development of sensical meaning. So these two words are developing sensical meaning, fruitful meaning, proper, understanding they are developing over here. Okay. Now see rice. Rice is noun. It's noun. It's noun. But now we have to see rice. How much rice? More, less. Okay. So this word is adding the quality of quantity over here. Okay. Some, it means some quantity of rice. Some quantity of rice. Okay. So first we have to see that this word is qualifying this word and this word is noun, so it will be adjective. Now we have to see what type of quality this is adding or inculcating in this very word. It is adding the quality of quantity. See, some quantity of rice actually is there. The meaning of this very combination of two words is actually some rice means some quantity of rice. So some is actually having the meaning in quantitative terms. Okay, so it is adjective, but adjective of quantity, or we can say quantitative adjective. Okay, so this was something about quantitative adjective. These were few words which are acting as the quantitative adjective. And also the first and foremost thing is that we have to understand first the functionality of the word, then we'll be able to say whether the word is adjective or something else. Because sometimes what happens, a particular word acts differently in different sentences. Okay, sometimes it can be adjective in one sentence, and in another sentence it can be adverb. So we have to see the functionality of the word. That's very much important, because sometimes we are getting we are getting much confusion that if this very word was in previous sentence, if this very word was adjective, then how it's possible that this word will be adverb in this very sentence. So the important thing is that's why we are laying a great stress on the comprehension part of the grammar. Comprehension is very much important. Understanding is very much important for the proper and comprehensive development of ideology of all these very words. So the important thing is to see the functionality of the word, then we'll be able to define that very particular word. Okay, so this was something about the content.